Ooh, got him. That was quick. Are we on to something? Ooh, it is a slightly larger variety. Got to keep them out of the rocks. Really got to lean on them with this 10-pound braid. Heck yes. River rats, I've been doing a little poking around and stumbled across this little roadside puddle mabob, and I have no idea what lives in here, and I'm really curious. So let's go. I made the grave mistake of leaving the crawlers in the truck. I'll probably go back and get them, but I got this jig tied on, so I'm gonna toss that around for a minute. But yeah, this thing looks pretty decent sized right here, but it necks down just up from where we're standing. There ain't much to it. Wow, that's deep. Well, it's kind of one of them spots you never know what'll show up here. Had a bunch of high water. It's kind of what shoves fish into goofy places like this. So I got some scuffed up line. Should probably take care of that, but I guess I'll risk it. I like to have a lighter jig, but I don't. I only have one jig as well, so if I snag, we're done. At least done with the jigs. That's probably 5 to 10 feet in the deepest spot. Definitely gonna throw some cut bait in there. See plenty of minnows swimming around. That's kind of cool. So there's definitely food. Is there anything here that eats them? We are here in the middle of the day, not the primest time to be chucking and winding, but that's when we got here. So been out messing around trying to do some other stuff. Trying to catch a big old gator gar in a mud puddle. It was not successful. All right, one more cast with this. I lied, one more. All right, long searching cast. There we go, there's something. Glad I made, oh, saw him, it was a gar. He came up thrashing his head around. But he whacked it pretty decent. I was kind of caught off guard. I know I said it was going to be my last cast with that jig about 5 casts ago, but that is the nature of the last cast. All right, one more cast down in that area. This time, I swear, unless we get a bite, then it's 5 more casts. I'm glad I got to see that gar, because that way I don't have to wonder what it was. He bonked it pretty good. All right, let's get some cut bait out. I got some chads and I got some kerps. Debating, do we go big? Do we try to hit a home run with a big slab of carp? Maybe. Definitely gonna throw some chads though. That's definitely a cocklebur. No lack of them here. Cockleburs here seem to be extra angry. Be sweet to actually catch some here. I mean, there's water, so there's going to be some fish in it, but it's hard to have a lot of confidence in a place you've never been before. At least it is for me. All right, let's put a chunk of shad out on this one. We find a spot where it'll go into the ground. Sitting in the ground's mostly made of rock. I was going to say, because the ground's mostly made of rock, it might not be that easy. Oh, that will work. Right there. Put it in the deep spot. Deepish spot. Suppose I'll rig up the spin pole. Actually, at my risk, I'm going to go and get the crawlers. Okay. Got the crawlers. Had one little nibble while I was gone. At least that I saw. Probably a gar nib. Ooh. That was a little bit better nibble. Cool if you get the hook, buddy. He's still nibbling. He's running with it. He's ran a long ways with it. What are you? Oh, I see you. Cigar. The answer is always cigar. It's cool to see him in that clear water like that, though. I'm sure that's what's been nibbling on the whole time. Was not a little one. Definitely got to get pretty lucky to hook them fellas. Hopefully there's something else swimming around there, or one's dumb enough to get the hook. Just need to find the gar version of myself when he thinks with his stomach first. It's much better than thinking with other things, though, I suppose. Well, depends. Alright. Well, he's back immediately. Well, I'm assuming this is a gar again. The fact that it pulled it down and backed off tells me it's a gar even more. Oh, I've been stepping on my lure the whole time. It's the only one I got with me. Ooh, that's possibly more serious. Possibly not. Oh. He was a little more serious. Definitely persistent. A lot of grit in this one. Okay, hopefully an ounce will be enough to hold it. I would think so. This is pretty light line. The old pickerel rig. Just one hook. Alright, how do our crawlers lift? They've been sitting in the car probably too long. You've seen better days, but putting you out. Hopefully you'll toughen up once I get them in the fridge. Should probably find a place to put this rod holder before I stuff it in the ground, but you know, I like a little adventure in my life. Well, that worked out well. Gotta go that way. That's very solid. Alright, let's check the bait on this one. I bet there isn't any. I try to put this one up in this little pocket here, quite a bit deeper. See if there's something a little more committal up there. Definitely something that's willing to take a bite out of a shad. Ooh, we got him. What are you? Something happened. Oh no. Oh, got him out. What do we got here? Hey, my boy. Chucky. Little Chuck. The old channel rat. There for me when nobody else is. Much appreciated. Oh, he got a cut. I wonder if he got a cut from when he got snagged. Sorry, bud. And I've had fried fish for a while. That'd be a pretty quality eater. I have a stringer. Let's see if we can get another one. That'd be a good pan fryer on the bone, you know. Be fun to get a little bit larger variety of him. Ooh, got him. That was quick. Are we on to something? Ooh, it is a slightly larger variety. Got to keep them out of the rocks. Really got to lean on them with this 10-pound braid. Heck yes. 2 in short order. On the crawlers. You just want to get a bite. Crawler's tough to beat. Normally I'm more of a cut bait guy when it comes to the cats. But I got cut bait out. Only thing messing with it's gar. Heck yes. You, sir, are going on a stringer. Hopefully I'll add some compadres to the mix. I think compadre is a word. He might be just a smidge too big for the pan frying, like bone on, bone in. I don't know. Just know I'm going to eat him. I haven't decided how. Oop. Cut bait got tapped. I suppose some of them taps could be channel cats too. They just are this big and can't get that bait in their mouth. A little bit of crawler on there. I think we'll stick with that and then add a little more just to sweeten the deal a little bit for him. Yeah, I don't know if you call this a creek or a ditch. Almost feels more like just a wide spot in a creek, or a wide spot in a ditch than a river. So we better put it in the same spot. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Kind of a feeling I don't have any bait on that one. Oh, got him again. Gosh, it's instant. Oh, keep him out of the rocks. There's a lot of junk down there. Come here, bud. Oh, he swallowed it. I think I got a pair of pliers. Quit. You're smaller than I want to keep, but you swallowed it, so I'm going to keep you. I thought that was out of bait, but something just picked it up, moved it. By something, I'm sure it's a gar. There's a lot happening right now. See if I can get this out. Got these long-handled pliers for gar. See how they work for this. I definitely will have the reach. I got a worm. Okay. I wasn't gonna keep you, but you swallowed it, so keeping you. Swallowed it bad. I won't keep too many more because I'm the only one at home that's gonna eat it. Oh, I got him. Hey! Cool. Did you swallow it too? Nope. That is a good thing about a circle hook. Nothing big, but kind of mopping them up. I keep one more. That is the thing about the cut bait though, like usually quality's a little bit better and that's a little bit nicer fish. So we'll put some more cut bait out. So he was up in the area with a little more current. We can do that again. I guess we need another crawler. Looks same shape. We'll keep rolling with it. Might quit fishing the crawlers once I fill my limit. Which I'm not going to take home a whole limit, but a limit of what I'm going to eat. I don't want to gut hook anymore on accident. Although the knife, once the knife comes out, I get in that keeping mentality. Fried fish sounds pretty darn good. Just a little crawler ball. Should probably hang on to it. Oh sure, decide to hold on to it so I don't gut hook one, and now you don't want to bite. Guess I'll put it back in the rod holder. Cool to catch something on a channel cat. Not that I'm ever unhappy about channel cats, except when I'm flathead fishing and they kill my live baits, then I don't like them. When you got the appropriate size tackle for them, they're awesome. And these two combos are definitely channel cat appropriate. That one's a PC Fun Carbon R1, which I got that for walleye fishing, or throwing jigs. It's a medium light, 7-foot medium light. And then that one's the Zach Royce rod, 7.5-foot medium light. It's got a super floppy tip, light biting fish. It's really good at getting light biting fish. Oh, spider. Get off of me. That was the biggest jumping spider I've ever seen in my life. Thank you for not biting me. Hopefully we keep it that way. Man, went on a quick little hot streak and I was getting, like, oh yeah, I'm only going to keep a few more. And they turn her down a notch. Gotta love the sounds of nature. Wonder if we caught most of the active ones. I'd love to move, but can't fish over there. It's kind of the only spot available. At least the only spot that I'm that interested in fishing that's available. We'll cast over there. Can't tell if that's a wind or a bite. Kind of think that's a bite. Almost feels like some kind of front moved in. The wind switched direction, picked up, and it got cloudy. That might have been a bite. Yeah, I'm not sure if we caught the active ones or just a little front shut them off, or I've been getting bites this whole time and I can't tell because the wind's blowing my line around. I do not know. Nope. Just thinking that was going to be our max, but well, we ain't caught him yet, but we do have a bite. We just moved it a long ways. We got a stick caught on the line. Yep, it came off. Sun came out and we got a bite. We'll give it a few more minutes, and if we don't get anything, there's another spot I kind of want to go to, and be a good spot to cook some fish. As good a spot as any, anyway. What? Little bluegill-ish nibble. Surprised we haven't had more of them. Oh, we're getting bites on both of them. All right, now we got him. Ooh, that's a little feistier. Bigger chin or something different? The drum. Pretty darn nice one too. Don't mind eating you guys, but I got a strainer full of chans and it's about just the right amount, so your lucky day, amigo. The old purple nurple though. Alright, see ya. Cool. Starting to get hungry. And I do have another spot I want to check out. Also be a good spot to fry up some fish while we're there. I think I just talked myself into it. Seems like it's got a little flow to it, which is nice. Last time I was here, it was more like a swamp than a river, or creek, or whatever you want to call it. Seems like a flowing marsh. It's a neat little spot, but it's also more out of the wind, which will help with the cooking. But before we do that, I want to get some baits out. Relatively out of the wind. Out of the wind is kind of difficult today. Did see one big old fish just kind of meandering around. Wasn't a carp. Not positive what it was, but well, I think it was a bowfin. Which that'll put a bend in the fishing rod, which is, now that we have dinner taken care of, that's the only thing I'm really worried about. Lines are set, which is a fun distraction while you're cooking. Pretty sure that the bigger catfish rod already got a nibble. Hopefully the bait's still there. Flip this over, that should help some. Got my #1 favorite ingredient. Like eggs and milk work, but they're perishable. This has got an ice in a glass bottle. You can just leave it sitting in your cooking kit, which is what I do. But that's your binder / flavor enhancer. And it's not the only way to cook fish, but sometimes I feel like it because it's my absolute favorite. So yeah, I'll let them sit for a few minutes. Doesn't take long for that flavor to set in. Some people let them sit overnight and stuff, but the vinegar kind of cooks them like ceviche. I just like, you know, a little dab will do ya. I hope to keep turning around and seeing one of them rods just... Could use bells, but bells drive me crazy. Not so much the nibbling, but when you're fighting them. Okay. This guy. Well, there's still a little juice in there. We'll use that because this shouldn't take too long. Yummy. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of really excited about this. Those are like the perfect eating size catfish, the best tasting ones by far. I haven't had fried fish forever. Feels like forever. That skillet is gross. But fire will kill everything, right? I really like to catch something down here. This front doesn't feel the fishiest since that came through. My crawler get nibbled? Is it getting nibbled? The wind makes it hard to tell too. All right, let's get that grease hot. All right. Here she lit. I'm proud of this thing every time it starts. It's been through some stuff. I've just had it forever. It's nothing that crazy. If you're curious about what breading I like cornmeal base for catfishing. Most fish, I guess, to tell you the truth. Louisiana in the blue bag, it's my fave. Now, if I was gonna have anybody sponsor this YouTube channel, that'd be pretty high up there. I got some pretty awesome sponsors though. Like my tackle rods and reels, Catch the Fever, PC Fun. They're awesome sponsors to have. They kind of fit my mentality. Like the Ravix rod series that I helped, well, series, it's just one rod currently, but it kind of, I don't think you need to have the best of everything to catch fish or do most anything. You just have to have stuff that's proficient. It just doesn't have to be the most high end, you know? It's got to be effective. And I don't like to use equipment that I think is going to compromise my ability to catch fish, but you don't have to buy the fanciest rod and reel combo to catch fish. You know, there's a lot of mid-range options that are awesome. And honestly, as far as performance goes, perform as well as the high-end options. So that's where the Ravix fits in for me. And then PC Fun has the Alios series and then the Chaos Pro series for, you know, musky fishing, catfishing, anything like that. What just vibrated on my foot? That was weird. But there ain't a catfish that swims in this country that you can't land with that equipment. At least that's what I believe. Not always right, but that's what I believe. I also believe this is going to be awesome. Okay, we got a smaller fillet that can fit in there. It's like playing Tetris. Got him. It's just be 2 rounds. Oh, plate. I need a plate. Reasonably clean? Reasonably clean. I think we're there. one's done. Let's say that one's done too. One more round. Sure would be nice to pick up a bonus fish. It's still kind of hot, but I'm gonna eat it anyway. Pretty darn good. Nice, flaky white in the middle, crunchy on the outside. Small hint of shad from the bait residue left on my hands. Not bad. Was really hopeful I'd have a fish by now. I think we're done with that round too. Yep. I'm gonna eat these and we're gonna switch up tactics, unless I catch one in the meantime. Well, the night crawlers didn't even get touched. This place isn't the prettiest or nicest, but that kind of makes it seem more fitting for me. I'm gonna get going though. I think I might explore this particular spot a little bit more, maybe bring the kayak down or something. I haven't made up my mind, but made up my mind what I'm doing tonight, and it's calling it a day. I got a full belly, and I think a little R&R sounds pretty darn nice before I go to bed and do it again. But hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Hope you catch a giant.